Well, hello out there, everyone. This is Gladys from Gladys Garden in Heart of a Gypsy. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I have something to share with you guys, and it's the making, or actually my announcement to all of you, to make this beautiful sewing machine that houses actually 2 albums that pull out from here. I do call it vintage grandma's sewing machine because that's the time in which, you know, if any of us are familiar with these machines, it's either we learned to sew on these ones because they used to be either our mom's or grandma's houses or even our aunts. I certainly learned to sew on one of these myself, a very, very old one. My mother didn't sew, but my grandmother, my dad's mom, had given it to her many, many years ago, obviously way before I was even born. And it's just kept in the house. One of my older sisters learned also how to sew, and she became an excellent seamstress with it. So, you know, it's a lot of nostalgia attached to this type of equipment that they had back then. So I wanted to replicate that. Now this is massive. It's really, really big, so it's almost impossible for me to show it to you on this camera, okay? But basically what it is, and I'll bring it up this way so you can see the top. So it's a square box, and then you have, and I'll move it this way, and it has this flap that, you know, comes down just like the old sewing machines used to have. And then I created this sewing machine pattern right there with a AccuCut die that I've had for years already, and I bought it used. They're rare to find, so if you ever find it, get it, because it's just difficult to get a hold of. And in the front, I'll turn it over again. Now this was my first protocol I did for my sewing machine, and on this one I actually created, oops, that one just came out. I haven't put out the proper handles for this. So there's 2 boxes on each one right here, just like the old sewing machines, but I wanted to create another purpose for them. On my protocol, or the sample that I have at one of the, oops, I think one of my, give me just a second, something fell in there. It doesn't let it doesn't let the drawer go in. Okay, so sorry about that. In the protocol, or the sample that I have at the store, or at the place where I will be teaching this coming up in September, the one I made, and they're always going to be made that way, these 2 drawers pull out together, so they're really mocked drawers on the original one. And at the end of this video, you will see that you will see the pictures of the model that you actually will create. This was my first protocol, so this is the one that I made all the mistakes and the learning, you know, process for me too. So I'll show you this, just because this is the only one I have right now. The other one is at the, like I said, on display, and it's been scheduled for September 20th and 21st, I think, September. So that's when we will be doing this sewing machine. So on that one, like I said, you can see the 2 knobs on each side, and they look like they're individual drawers, but it's actually the back of the albums. Like 2 albums will be housed within this box of the sewing machine. So that's basically what we are trying to accomplish with this. I'll show you the inside of it. I tried to replicate as much of what it was originally in a sewing machine. Obviously you have the 2 side panels that held together the actual sewing machine, and then if I turn it around, you will see the big wheel. I think there you can see it better there. The big wheel that turn around as you were, you know, moving this one right here, which it kind of turns to. Doesn't have a lot of purposes, but you know, it just turns a little bit. And then this little knob that you know, that was there, and actually it is metal, and it was kind of a copper color, so I kind of dyed it a little bit, or I put silver paint over it, and I put an S for Singer, you know, the brand, because that's the one that I learned on. And on the bottom, you have this little piece of chipboard that holds the two side panels together. And this obviously are the pedals that that we used to pedal on to turn the wheel. So I try, like I said, to replicate as much as I could on this one. And I will be making one right now. I'm starting to, as you can tell, I already started on my process, and I'll talk to you about this. But basically, we're going to create this whole project, and my tutorial will be on Etsy. It's a long tutorial, nothing simple about it, obviously. I mean, it's simple, but it's detailed. That's what I meant to say. So that's and I'm hoping to be done within a week of today's time, and be able to have all my videos ready and mounted so I can put them on my Etsy and you guys can buy them anytime. But for our local customers, obviously they can always wait for the class until September at this point. So that's what I wanted to show you. This is the back part of it. So it truly does look like a sewing machine, like a very much a replica of it. There's a little better view right there. I put the S over here, and I did those little ornate things that a lot of those machines used to carry. I try to get as close as possible to a realistic little sewing machine was like. So I hope you do like it. I am going to go ahead and load up some pictures of of the one I already have on display, but then I will load up some more pictures when I finish this one. I am going to make this one my DT project, or designing team project, for a female's vintage garden, with a paper kit that is called So Pretty. So S-E-Y, So Pretty, obviously. So anyhow, I will start with my tutorial, and hopefully you guys are interested and you can buy it once it's loaded up. But in the meantime, you have something that will be coming up soon, so I hope you do enjoy it. Okay, you guys take care, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
Strings to bind your hands, not if my love can't bind your heart. There's no need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to start. I see no need to take me home. I'm old enough to face the dawn. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Then slowly turn away from me. Maybe the sun's light will be dim, and it won't matter anyhow. If morning's echo says we've sinned, well, it was what I wanted now.